Does growing under double cover here in Zone 5 really extend the growing season for our cool weather crops? Or does it just keep them alive so that we can harvest them in winter? I'll answer this question in today's video. Let's start by looking at the impact growing under double cover has on our growing season. Though it's late fall now, let's start in the spring. Without cover, I start planting cool weather crops like carrots, spinach, lettuce, and kale outside in early April. Of course, that's assuming the snow is melted and the ground is thawed. And in the fall, we see growth in our cool weather crops, certainly through October and maybe into early November. And though some crops may survive longer than that, we typically don't see new growth. So that's roughly 7 months of growth for our cool weather crops. Now let's contrast that to what we see under double cover. We start our winter crops from seed starting in late summer and ending in early fall. If we ignore the seed packet days to maturity recommendation and allow for much more time, because growth slows significantly at this time of the year as daylight hours and temperatures drop as we get closer to the winter solstice. Even with everything slowing down, however, we typically see at least some growth under double cover through mid-December. In fact, this year we had several unseasonably warm and sunny days in late November and early December that led to a very noticeable growth spurt. And the winter before last, we saw growth into early January. But again, mid-December is when plants usually stop growing, and we then have a 2-month period from mid-December through mid-February when it's too cold and we don't have enough daylight hours for plants to grow. During this period, the plants are dormant. We don't have to vent as often, we never have to water, but we still continue to harvest on days that are warm enough and sunny enough for plants to thaw. During this period, we lose some of our less cold-hardy crops like mustard greens to the cold, but most of our crops survive the winter, including kale, collards, spinach, carrots, red vein sorrel, and sometimes lettuce. And though we have this 2-month down period where we're not growing, the good news is with double cover we can grow 10 months of the year. So what happens in mid-February to allow our plants to start growing again? First, our daylight hours rise above 10, which is critical, and second, it gets warm enough under cover to stimulate growth again. In mid-February here in the hoop house, it's effectively early spring. Not only do our winter crops start growing again, we also start planting cold-hardy crops like carrots, spinach, and kale outside under double cover in mid-February. That's about 6 weeks earlier than we'd plant them outside without cover. So growing under double cover not only allows us to harvest cool weather crops through the winter, it also extends our growing season from 7 months to 10 months. As much as we love growing our own food, that extra 3 months means the world to us. And we absolutely love our fresh garden harvest in winter. Speaking of harvest, be on the lookout next Sunday for my December harvest video. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe for more videos on how to grow a lot of food on a little land without spending much or working harder than you have to. Whoops! So growing under double cover not only allows us to harvest cool weather crops through the winter, it also extends our growing season from 7 months to 10 months. As much as we love growing our own food, that 3 extra months. All right. I'm not gonna. All right.